Hello, it's Anthony. I had thoughts of making this a titled talk tonight, but I'm kind of don't have a lot of energy, and I figured I'd just shoot the shit for 30 minutes or so, or until I'm done with my tea, and then go to bed type of thing, because I'm already tired. So, I'll just say whatever thoughts come to mind, per usual. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow, but it'll be what it will be. I'm not worried about all the dead whites I'm gonna have to spend on it. It's just gonna be an experience. An experience I've never had before. You know, the one thing I feel um kind of split or undecided on is, you know, like talking to a therapist. I feel like I think you should say anything to, like, anything you're gonna say to a therapist, you should be able to say to anybody else in the world, any family member, or just, like what I'm doing here, I think. That's what I want, is to be able to say the same shit here as I would to a therapist. And I've been trying to do that, but in like the back of my mind, this is the reason why I'm split, whatever. Like, I feel like I'm not doing that good enough. I feel like there's times where I'm not really saying what I think, whether it's here or whether it's like to my family members, which I've been trying to do better for sure. I've really, you know, I've been taking cold baths for the past week, like at least, yeah, probably been a week, 7 days straight, taking a cold bath in the morning. And, I don't necessarily know how it helps, but I notice that it does something. Something where like when I'm talking to people, or like I'm thinking of saying something to somebody, there's usually some like some feeling that comes up within me that makes me stop and think and like overthink at times. It's like kind of like anxiety pretty much. But it kind of seems like doing the cold baths in the morning helps with that. It helps, like, either not having that same feeling come up within me and causing me to think before I talk, like, in a bad way. Like like, question myself before I talk and say something, it kind of helps to get rid of that, and I'm able to just say what I want sometimes, which I kind of enjoy. It feels much better to be able to say what I want to say rather than think about saying what I want to say and then possibly not saying it or possibly just overthinking it for a while and getting anxiety about it. And then maybe not force myself to say it. It feels better to just think of something you want to say and then say it. So yeah, I wanna still wanna get better at that, but the cold baths help, I think. It helps with anxiety. Sim Simply put, I think that's what it is. So here's some thoughts I had at work today because I didn't have anything to do. It was a very boring day, and it's really weird how sometimes the most boring days where you're not really doing anything and you're not having to work hard, like doing labor, moving stuff around, whatever. Like the most boring, like it takes out so much more energy. Like it just completely drained me compared to the days where I'm like moving around and like unloading lumber packages and like loading up lumber and actually like working. Like on those days, I'll get off work and like feel good, have energy, be ready to go work out and whatnot. But on the days where it's just like filled with nothing and complete boredom, like I get off and I feel tired, so tired. Like I just like it's strange. But yeah, I had some thoughts at work. You can you can see little drawings there that I made to represent the thoughts that I had. So the first one, if you expose yourself to the cold at the start of every day, then you'll already have fought one of the toughest battles. So that's what I was just saying. Because that's what I was thinking this morning, like how if you can do cold exposure, take the ice bath, whatever, at the start of your day, it just makes the other tough things easier. And for me, personally, like talking is tough. Talking to other people is not always easy for me, especially when it's when I have to like say something that, has the possibility. No, not even like it's usually just saying things, like saying my thoughts makes me uncomfortable. Kitty. Hi, baby. Who's a cute kitty? Oh, you're such a good boy. Yeah, just go on the bed. Be a good boy. Like, yeah, just talking to people in general is a hard thing for me, so that's tough. So if I fight one of the toughest battles right away in the morning, which is exposing yourself to really coldness and sitting in it and finding your breath and acknowledging it and just remaining calm. Like that's a battle. Whether you win or lose the battle, whether you start shivering and frantically get out of the cold because you think you can't take it, or whether you remain calm and breathe deeply in and out and just sit there and find relaxation in the discomfort. Either way, you're forcing yourself to fight a battle. And if you start every morning like that, it just makes everything else a little easier, in my opinion. And, personally, it does for me, I think. Just makes things a little easier. So, I'll definitely do that again tomorrow morning before I head out to my talking time. Other thought. Test your body, find your limits, and push yourself to failure. If you do this each day, your body will respond. It will work to grow stronger and more capable of load. So, I was kind of thinking these thoughts of like things to do in the morning, if possible. But, that one I kind of, I go to the gym, I work out. I I don't always take my workouts to failure. Like today I did some bench press, some incline bench, and some dumbbell shoulder press. And, I didn't really take any of them to actual failure. It was really, I was tired when I went there, so I kind of let myself have a lazy workout. I'm not proud of that. I know I can do better, and I want to do better on that thought of, every day pushing myself to failure. I want to do better at that because, like I said, my body will respond in the end. It will grow stronger than it will if I just do lazy workouts and don't push myself. Think and speak your mind. Use your words for good with others as soon as you can, and speak the truth you can see. That's hitting on what I was talking about before with, you know, when I take a cold bath, it helps me be able to do that. Like, speak the truth I can see and use my words for good, especially with others. Because usually that's hard for me to be able to, even if I know I'm trying to use my words for good, like it can still, with for good or for, speaking the truth that I see, it's still, it can still be really hard to do that. It's one of my, it's always been one of my biggest struggles in any situation. And it's something I'm gonna have to, like, that I'm never gonna be able to get away from talking to other people. Never. That's something I'm always gonna have to do my entire life. So I better fucking get better at speaking the truth I can see and using my words for good with others. And just not worry about what they might think or what their response will be or if they will not like my opinion and think I'm a sexist or racist or bigot or homophobic or any of that. Like, there's no point to worry about what others will think of you when you're using your words for good and speaking the truth you can see, which I think is using your words for good. There's no reason to worry what someone will think of you based on the words you say. It's just fear and anxiety. And you have to work to let go of that. Because if you can't let go of that, it will hold you back forever. You, God damn it, Fabio. He's really just licking himself right in front of me. He's sitting on his ass and just licking all over. Disgusting. Smile with your teeth. It's good for you and it's infectious. Sharing a smile spreads the smile. I don't know. That one's a little cheesy. Get it? Yeah. But I think it's true. I've read some things about how, like smiling even when you're not happy can make you feel better. Just like even if you have to force the smile. But the whole thing about sharing a smile spreads the smile, I think that's spot on. Like a lot of times if you smile at someone, they'll smile back. And if it doesn't even necessarily have to be smiling at someone. It can just be smiling at the world and smiling about your day. And people will see that. People will recognize that you're smiling and happy about life. And that is infectious. Others will carry suit. Ugh. Okay, so on the other side, or some other thoughts slash something that Owen said today was, do you want comfort or solutions? I thought that was interesting, but because he said that talking about, for guys, if their ladies are ever, stressing out or worrying about something or, you know, in a panic, like the perfect question to ask them is, do you want comfort or solutions? Because you know, it can be hard when your lady is feeling emotional and you don't necessarily know how to respond to that emotion. Because as a man, you usually go towards the solutions. You want to fix the problem, but girls don't always want that. They just need comfort sometimes. So maybe it is good to ask them beforehand. Do you want comfort or solutions right now? And then I was trying to think of a nigger joke, so I came up with this one. It's a doesn't seem that original. Definitely not. But it did come out of my head. It very well may have been said before, but so be it. How many niggers does it take to raise a baby? One. But good luck trying to find him. I don't know. That's probably not that good. How do Midwesterners try to follow Jesus' teachings? They don't. It's all about believing and then going back to butt fucking and cucking. But I believe, so that's okay. I can do whatever I want because I believe. That's pretty much them. The whole thing about, you know, that's where Christianity has really fallen, taken a big step back. And I know it's not all Christians and churches. It's a lot of Catholicism too. Like it's a big part of that religion where it's all about belief and not about works. It doesn't matter what you do in this world, whether you're doing bad or good, as long as you believe, which is just fucking retarded, if you ask me. Because I am more on the side that heaven, hell, and earth are all happening at once here at the present moment. I'm kind of on the side that, you know, I think it's stupid that people argue about going to heaven and hell. I think it's fucking retarded to say that if you believe in in this specific version of God, then you go to heaven. But if you believe in this other version of God, that's just a little different, really, but, it's different than what we believe. You're going to hell big time. Like, that was always one of the biggest things that turned me off of religion when I was a younger person. I was like, this is just straight bullshit. All you're talking about is believing and not at all about, like, what you can do that's good and useful and helpful. Like, mm, what? Just believe? That's it? Fuck you. So I came up with this one in honor of Owen's famous song, "A Nigger Stole My Bike." Um, what do you call a nigger looking for a means of transportation? A bike thief. And then another thing that Owen said today is the best answer to the devil's offers is always no. It's always no. That is the best answer you can give the devil. When you hear its whispers, you know, the wanting and the envy and the lust and the gluttony, the whispers of thinking you deserve more and you can get more and that other people shouldn't have what they have and it's not fair and you know if you just do this one thing that you know you don't think is necessarily good, like you could benefit from that. You could really get like monetary gain or a better house or better wife. Like those are whispers from the devil. And the best answer is always no. Just say no. And that's true. That is 100% true. Because everything is a choice. The devil can't do anything but give you an offer. He'll try and convince you, he will try and deceive you, make you think that the offer is good for you. He will be he will use trickery, he will lie, he, you know, the devil will do anything in his power to make you choose to accept the offer, but he cannot force you to accept it. That is your power. His power is just trying to convince you using trickery, using lies, all that stuff. But it is not in the devil's power to force you to do anything. Never is. And last thought from Owen that I wrote. Do you seek conformity or the truth? So that really comes down to that That's a big part of. Oh, my tea's gone. So I guess I'll be done. Conformity or the truth. I was gonna say that has a lot to do with talking and what you use your words for. Do you use your words to conform with other people's ideas of the world and what they think so that you can just fit in? Or do you use your words to speak the truth as you see it? And I think it's good if you do that. So, signing out. Wish me luck tomorrow. Don't be a bitch.